What's up? I'm Media Zombies, providing you another episode of
The authority, man. You don't need the authority. Oh, it's authority.
the number one source for all things media-themed, video-based podcasts. Today's episode is on
The Batman 1943 serial Rant.
Now, the reason why I choose this segment is because due to Dawn of Justice coming out towards the end of this month, various stores, including Target, have re-released this movie along with other Batman and Superman movies back out to stores. And I figured that as this movie has not stand the test of time at all, there are a good many of you who have no clue what it's about or haven't even heard of it to date, and might be thinking, hey look, another Batman movie. Well, Batman has been in many good movies so far. Why not put our money to getting this and watching it? Well, here's why.
It's a trap!
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist, but it's definitely true. In fact, the same opportunity to not fall into this trap was originally provided to me through a video made by the famous YouTuber Kaylee of the channel Nightwing01. However, I forgot what year the movie released, and I therefore did not know what trap I was walking into playing the YouTube version of this movie that I found. So, to keep you from making the same mistake as me, remember, it is Did that help? Oh, I hope so. Now, before we dive into this segment, I'd like to apologize to my viewers for the lack of content upon the channel, but I have run amok of YouTube's processing at 95% freezing video related glitch, and that is the reason for the lack of videos recently, because I've been trying to get past that.
I'd like to take this time to apologize to our Japanese friends if this opens old wounds, but I felt it necessary to warn people about this terrible movie.
Anyhow, let's dive in to this segment. Now, one more thing before we get fully started. This video is only going to be covering the 1943 serial, The Batman, because whilst there are two serials, and one of them, the 1949 serial, Batman and Robin, has a bit of a outlandish sci-fi plot involving the theft and usage of a device that can control any vehicle wanted to by remote control. Due to its clever story, its usage of red herrings and mystery pertaining to the identity of the mastermind, the wizard. This movie, I can honestly say, is the first really good Batman movie. The 1943 serial, however, is so terrible that I would not only say that it makes Schumacher's era look like it is a bit competent for superhero films, but I'd say it is to be considered one of the worst movies in all of cinematic history, to the degree that it stands alongside the maybe a bit better than the 43 serial, Super Mario Bros. Film, and the Super Fast film. Yes, it truly is that terrible. But to give credit where credit is due, there are 3 things that this film has done for modern Batman mythos right. The first of which is that they made Alfred Pennyworth the recognizable character that he is today. In the comics before the 43 serial, we had Alfred Beagle, a stout man who enjoys spending his free time reading detective novels. It wasn't until the 43 serial that we got the usually lacking of hair, but thin and more current day looking Alfred Pennyworth that we know from pretty much anything else. So that's one thing. The other thing is that we are introduced to the Bat's Cave, which is the 43 serials version of the now commonly called Batcave, base of Batman and Robin, and the rest of the Bat family. Now, the 43 serial version of the Bat's Cave was this low-lit little subterranean area that has a exit towards where the vehicles would be kept, and a exit towards stately Wayne Manor, however not shown set-wise. And what we do see on set is a low lit area with a huge bat symbol on the wall, a desk, and some chairs where Batman would sit along with those he interrogates in the Bat's cave. And that's actually it about the cave. The last thing that this film did right was give us a example of what not to do in a movie if you want a good movie to be the outcome of your filming. Now, as to what's wrong with this movie, I do not know where to start. So, I'm going to say, how about a general overview of the plot? We have our main bad guy.
I am Dr. Daka, humble servant of His Majesty Yoriko, heavenly ruler and prince of the rising sun.
Come to Gotham to seek out enough radium to use for his disintegration gun.
What do you want that radium for? I'll show you. That's George the Block. Get the mark, this is the new order, secret weapon. Marshal, with your textbook. This weapon employs an infinitesimal amount of pressure. It is a small yet deadly forerunner of the atom smasher, which when perfected will smash anything that lies in our way to be done. To demonstrate destructiveness. Try to return to your statement. I'll step over this way, gentlemen, if I were you. What I want you particularly to take it. There are several adjustments for power on this weapon. However, the weakest was the part of the operation. But don't step back and observe. Now what happens to that solid block from this? Now you understand why I must have more radium.
Well, sure. More radium, we can build a weapon bigger than that gun.
Exactly. We can build a lethal mechanism so destructive as to make retaliation by the United States impossible.
That would be used against America and her allies. And all those who stand in his way would be turned into, for lack of a more apt word, mindless zombie.
What have you done to him? Deprived him of his ability to think. I have converted him into a zombie who can only exercise direct. You will notice the metal headpiece from which a wire leads to the spine. Now, Mr. Warren, I would like you to look at this special microphone, the only means of communication with the zombie. When I speak into it, this slave gets the impulses through the headpiece and obeys my wishes. By this means, I have him carry out my orders no matter how far it is from me. Interesting, isn't it? Well, return to your station. Listen to bell. Stand back, gentlemen. One more chance, Mr. Wong?
No.
Oh, too bad. So sorry. Uh-huh. Let us all, gentlemen. Bottom line, stand up. Walk forward. Stop. That, gentlemen, is what happens to the American will to fight. Follow me, Warren.
One of the more annoying things about this movie is that the writers tease us, the viewers of this terrible movie, with the zombie making machine. How's that, you ask? Well, this machine wipes people's memories, and us, the people who have already had the displeasure of watching this horrible movie, would like nothing better than to use such a machine to forget all about this terrible movie and pull a young Kyle Reese from Terminator Genesis and implant a memory of yourself, warning yourself, but in this case, about this horrible movie, and have that memory be in place of the memories of this terrible movie, so as to keep yourself from watching this horrible movie a second time.
Under his control. Now, I bet you're wondering, how exactly is this highly racist? Oh, besides being a plot to an obvious propagandic film against the Japanese, the main villain, Dr. Daka, is played by an Irish American, note, not Japanese, but Irish American actor by the name of J. Carol Nash. Or is it Nash? Nash? This Nash guy is well known for playing characters of other nationalities but his own, to the point of so much racism easily shown. That he's been called Hollywood's one-man UN. And here I can show you just how horrible this movie is, because just like Clooney in Batman and Robin, Nate saw how horrible the movie is, and along with Wilson, who plays Batman in this horrible movie, decided to not act the part well, to try to leave with what little dignity would remain. As seen here,
Humble servant of His Majesty Hirohito, heavenly ruler and prince of the rising sun.
now I bet you're wondering, how much more racist can this propagandic entertainment film get? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the answer is a lot. For instance, Dr. Daka's hideout is in a anti-Japanese House of Horrors.
Paper Horrors, my friends, is sensational. It's amazing. It's astounding. Something that you'll never forget as long as you... How are you, brother? Hey, and I close up tonight. Those are my friends. We never close. Well, good. That's all right. We stay open night and day generation, my friends. We do our faces are its duty to show the public power and might.
aka a ride that shows the horrors of what the Japanese do to those that they capture. Yeah. I, for one, say sorry to our Japanese allies for bringing this back up and opening perhaps thought closed wounds, but I'm just trying to help people realize how much of a trap it is to watch this horrible movie. So unfortunately, stuff like this must be brought up for that cause. And in this hideout, hidden behind a secret wall in that ride, it is decorated with oriental flowers on one area of the hideout, and dressed up as a mad scientist lab down in the lab part where the zombie making machine is. Within the hideout's basement. All this is, in turn, in the abandoned Chinatown district of Gotham due to
Was part of a foreign land transplanted bodily to America and known as Little Tokyo. Since a wise government rounded up the shifty-eyed Japs, it has become virtually a ghost street where only...
In addition to that, racial slurs such as calling the Japanese what you'd get if you take the name Japanese and only use 3 letters, along with other racial slurs that I found out may not have been all used in the version of this horrible film that I saw on YouTube. And in fact, there are other versions with a whole lot more racial slurs than what I saw. Holy cow, man. It's crazy how racist this movie is. Now, what else did this film do to make it deserving of the title of one of the worst movies of all time? Well, for one thing, Batman is not Batman. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, for one thing, the Batmobile. The Batmobile in the 43 serial was a 40s era Cadillac. Driven by Alfred for both personalities, Batman / Bruce Wayne, and Robin / Dick Grayson. And somehow, even though the only thing that changed between which personality is using it is that when as Batman and Robin, the top goes up, and as Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson, the top stays down. Somehow, people, including the not-so-bright police that make Arkham Knight's police look like geniuses, dare I say, not figure out the identity of Batman or Robin just based off of the car alone. Now, this can be chopped up to a low budget, but still, it is bad writing anyway. What else is uncharacteristic for Batman? Well, this version of Batman, though he does not try to kill characters, he does joke about death caused by his own allies, as seen here.
How many did I kill?
7.
But there were only 4 of the ruffians.
You killed 3 of them twice.
Where were the bodies?
We threw them out the window.
And he also causes death to happen through the giving of bad instructions to Robin, and then sweeping said death under the rug when the police arrive, as seen here.
Robin, push the button that closes that door.
And for another thing, this Batman cannot seem to survive without Robin for his own life. He literally falls into every single trap set, and the whole point of Robin in this film usually boils down to Robin saving Batman's bacon.
Great news, guys. I just saved the bacon.
Impossible. You don't even know where it is.
I know you were excited to get
Such as what is shown in these scenes.
That'll finish him. If that doesn't, this will.
Bruce, are you all right?
You all right, Batman? Yeah. That really was a close call. You did some fast singing.
Those Velvet, we better get out of here. You don't want the police to find us sneak out then.
I'm finishing the mine. I guess there's a Batman, too. Come on, let's get out of here. Is Linda all right? Yes, just baby. See if any of the others are still alive. Now, you better get away from there, mister, because I'm going. All right, boys. Search him. Batman's outside. Let's get him.
Down. Now we must see. You like this.
Very nasty gadget to get caught in. Thanks, Robin.
Another thing pertaining to Batman is the Batsuit. Now, when they were making this movie, they were going for a first appearance look, which skin is actually what I'm using right now. However, the cowl turned out so bad that the ears on it looked like devil horns, and it already had the very thin fabric look that looks like it would do nothing to help protect him. Also, the cape. The cape was very inconsistent. Sometimes it flaps one way, sometimes it flaps the other, sometimes it's not even on. But this costume was really bad. Another point that I would like to make about this film is just how stupid the police are in this film.
Hello. Gentlemen, please. Yeah, you found those cigarettes are in Marshall's cell? Yeah, I found them right here. Who is it? I'm the Batman. Those cigarettes contain a deadly poison. The man who murdered Marshall is burned. You'll find him at the Sixth Club on River Street. Hello. Yeah.
As already mentioned, you have the whole thing about the hood going down and up as the showing of the car being used for different personalities. But in addition to this, the police commissioner, who is actually not Gordon, but a character that Gordon actually replaces in, with Gordon coming in at the 49 serial, trying to recruit Batman, who is, by the way, a agent for the U.S. government. Yeah, you heard me right. Batman is a American spy himself, as it were. Which is yet another thing, not comic book accurate for Batman. And they're so stupid that when they try to recruit Batman and Robin at the end of the film, it turns out like this.
The only other entrance to this place is through the Chamber of Crime. Make certain it is not discovered.
Hey!
Emily, why didn't you watch him?
Well, I'll go get it.
Are you kidding?
I think I'd better leave also, sir. The master will be worried about.
All right, go ahead, but let this be a lesson to you. The Batman never needs any help from the likes of you.
You never know how right you are, sir.
Captain Arnold, you don't mind if I go now, do you?
Oh, I beg your pardon, Miss Page. I'll take you home myself right away. That won't be necessary, Captain Arnold. I'll do that.
Bruce!
Well, where did you come from? Well, Dick and I have been searching all night for Miss Page. I'm certainly glad we finally found her. You found her? Of course, she was found by my ex-detective, the Batman. The Batman? Mm-hmm.
We always use that every time to see him. Where'd he go?
I sent him out to bring in 3 suspects, spies, that I just captured. Heavily! Well, I guess there's no use in my trying to do anything. The Batman always gets there ahead of me.
So let's recap. As we get ready to sign off for this time period. Due to such horribleness, such as stupid police force, a non-accurate via comic book standards Batman, and as well as terrible acting, stupid jokes, and also highly racist plot and character for an antagonist. The 43 serial has not stood the test of time for a very good reason, and I would encourage those who have so far been not treated to the horribleness of this movie, save for what I have told you about, to not fall for this trap of terrible filming like I have. But that's all for tonight, and until the next segment, have a good rest of your evening, and I'll catch you later. Bye.